Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklarbro Country, the Virus Edition, a.k.a. the Panty Pods.
A.K.A. 4 legs, 1 egg.
A.k.a. two dudes, no bad attitudes.
A.K.A. 1 salmon couchy, 2 fans of Fauci.
A.k.a. the Knicks losing spree gets me thinking is 6 p.m. the 3 a.m. of day drinking. That's a.k.a. Mike Huddleston, a.k.a. the a.k.a. guy, a.k.a. Old Zealand. I love it. That's the way we start things off. If you want to give us some AKs, just hashtag on Twitter, a.k.a. Sklarbro, and we'll read yours. And we appreciate you. And we've got stories. So let's jump into one right now.
Yeah.
I went to the beach with my kids 2 weekends ago.
How was it? Were there a lot of people?
There were more people there than I wanted to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I definitely felt like, okay, is this a responsible thing to do? But we managed to get like an area that we just kind of stayed in, and we were 15 feet from anybody. So I felt like, okay, I think we're in a decent spot. Yeah, I think we're okay, even though this whole thing, there's a lot of people here. And I didn't love a lot of
Beach
people.
makes me nervous, man.
People are
Jellyfish, stingrays. It's
so
all
that's
right
the
there.
thing. So
Stingray took out Steve Irwin.
That's right. Steve Irwin knew everything about animals, and Stingray got him.
Got him.
So here's what we've said. Animals are feeling themselves more because there are less people in the ocean scaring animals
I saw
away.
a photo of an alligator that like put its chest up against somebody's glass door.
Yeah.
While a cat looked on.
So they don't care at all. So imagine.
They're not fearing it.
And again, we're, as Ian Edwards, great comedian, said, we're trespassing in their living room when we go into the ocean.
Right.
So going in the ocean is always.
I saw a terrifying video of a shark breeze past a surfer.
Dude, terrifying. So I felt like I'm going to see a ton of sharks out here. We were up on the northern beaches of LA, Zuma Beach. I thought I was going to see sharks. I thought I was going to see jellyfish. Anytime you see anything wash up on the shore, whatever it is, and my kids want to reach down and pick it up, I'm like, don't
touch it.
Don't
Do not
touch it. Do not touch it.
Don't do that.
That's just it.
Not in these times. You don't touch it.
Especially you don't touch it because you never know.
I'm not taking you to the emergency room. That's what I always say. I'm like, we're gonna have to walk this one off.
Do you want to go to the emergency room or do you want to hang out at the beach for the rest of the day? It's up to you. Go ahead and touch it. Guess what washed up on the shores of the Netherlands that lots of people were touching recently? It is unbelievable. Here we go. 300 packets of washed up cocaine sent fortune hunters to a Dutch beach.
Message in the bottle.
More like confidence in a bottle. Yeah. Confidence in an envelope. Yeah. This whole thing to me makes me suspicious because no one would ever send their cocaine out in the ocean.
Right. Without asking to borrow a car.
Or trying to swap wives with someone.
Like, there's got to be a payback.
You got to get someone to return. If you're going to send nobody just gifts cocaine. I can see growing a bunch of weed being like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to put it in trash bags and just send it out in the ocean. Fine. Cocaine it's a very selfish drug that people do not want to give up. If you've got it, you give it up only.
If you're peddling in it, you know what it's worth. That's what everyone says when they see a bunch of cocaine. You know how much cocaine's on that table right now? And then they tell you the dollar amount.
Just so you don't go mess with it or taking it.
They're like, that's what it means. No one's just throwing that shit in the ocean.
The police had their hands full with, quote, fortune hunters on the Toulouse Strand in Borsealy this weekend. Fortune hunters to me makes it seem fun.
It does. It does sound like a druggy scavenger hunt.
Yeah. Like an all Wall Street traders version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka, yeah.
I've got a powdery ticket.
Oh, I've got a snowy ticket in my nose.
Fortune Hunters could be a new show on the History Channel, right?
That'd be great.
Just ex-Pawn stars who have child pornography in their background that you don't know about until they become stars.
They head to the Netherlands.
On Dutch beaches.
Looking for packets of drugs to sell to people. Fortune Hunters.
After nearly 300 packets of cocaine washed up on the beach last week, quote, certain people from all over the Netherlands, certain people. Let's call it what they is. Druggies.
Druggies.
And
drug dealers.
From all over the Netherlands came to try their luck like it's a game show.
Yeah.
On the beach, because maybe even more packages will wash up, the Welshrin police said on Facebook. And I'm glad that the Dutch police are now on Facebook too.
I read this story, and to me, this is the modern day version of the guy with the electric
metal detector. I just saw him down
around.
on the beach last winter.
What a hilarious and sad meme that became. Like in every comedy movie, right?
That's like
on
the
beach,
nerdy guy.
So it was always an older white guy.
White guy who was nerdy and super white, not tan.
Right, but wearing clothes, not beach clothes, wasn't in like comfortable clothes.
Never a woman.
So it's never a woman
By
because
the way,
they're smart enough to know not to do something stupid like that. And it's never a person of color. Not because people of color don't like get rich schemes as well.
They just know that this is a waste of time.
Right. White dudes are foolish enough, or they've been imbued with enough confidence to say, I'm the one who's going to make this get rich scheme work.
I'm going to find Spanish doubloons.
And isn't that like the epitome of white privilege right there?
Right.
That a guy would walk around with a metal detector and be like, I'm going to get rich.
Yeah.
I'm going to find money. Why? Because I can.
Because I have a shot to pull something like that
Other
off.
races of people are like, that's not
stupid.
how it's going to work.
Chasing treasure that will never be there is a very much a white thing.
Yeah.
Getting excited when they hear the beep.
That's
like
it,
it's a
the beep.
rush.
It's the
Like,
beep.
and you only find like a nickel. You live for that beep.
You live for the beep. It
gives you a quick sense of confidence.
like cocaine.
You live for that beep, which is really a bump.
Right.
Is really what it is.
Looking for the bump.
Police searched 6 people, one of which was arrested for failing to identify themselves, and 2 for being fined. And 2 are being fined for being in a prohibited part of the dunes. Sir,
I love the failing to identify.
Sir, what is your name?
Barbara.
Sir, you are failing to identify yourself.
It's
You are
an
failing
epic
at
fail.
it.
You're bad at it.
Sir, what is your name?
All right. It's Dwight Gooden.
There you go. And as for the 2 that took off for the dunes, that to me is a losing proposition.
Okay, running away from cops.
Don't do it.
If you don't trust the cops, I understand that. But if you're running up in the dunes, that's a losing proposition.
Because running up dunes is like you're not going to get to the top of it. It's like trying to chase the first time you got high on cocaine. You're never going to get to the top again. You're just going to be running in
it's
place.
going to be like a bad dream. How many
Yeah.
times have you tried to run in your dream and it feels like you're running in sand and you can't run as fast as
You're
you
running up
wanted
a
to?
dune.
That's a nightmare.
And also, if you immediately take off when the cops show up, you look like you got something to hide. If the cops come and
if
you're
the cops
there,
come and I'm combing the beach for cocaine packets, my first thing that I'm saying is, oh, thank God you
you're
guys are here.
You guys will not believe this. There are cocaine packets on the beach.
Help me get them so we can get them off the beach so some kids don't accidentally pick them up and start using them.
And
Are
if
you
they're
with me?
If they're cool cops, you're like, I'll do it so that the kids don't have to do it.
Look at how much I care about the community. Where'd you
I
come from,
wanted-
sir? I came from many, many miles away because that's how much I care about the kids in this community.
Thank God you're here. That's what they should have done. There are also reports. It doesn't matter that you're wearing a Miami Vice suit.
Be part of the solution. Be part of the solution. Not
There
the
were
problem.
also reports of
You can
people
just shift to the solution.
searching along the waterline. Police found 2 men who, quote, drove a few hundred kilometers to get some fresh air. That's not true.
Fresh, clean, white, pure air.
Yep.
That's all they were going for.
The gold rush, baby.
This
That's
is the
what
Coke Rush. They're out for the Coke Rush.
You know how bad the air is in the Dutch countryside?
Yes.
It's awful.
We had to get out here to
Guess
sniff
it-
some of that great.
just sniff
Just get it up in our noses.
a lot of it. When the police searched the men and their car, they found 30 pony packs containing cocaine.
Pony pack, a
packs.
small folded envelope with small amounts of hard drugs.
Stay gold pony pack.
So is a half pony pack a Shetland pony pack? That's what I want to know.
It's like a
little
mini,
one. Yeah.
like a tiny miniature horse pack.
They were kind of pony pack breeders in a sense.
In many ways. One of the men was arrested. We cannot share reasons known to us about why the other person was not arrested. Why are the police?
Did they sound like they got into the coke and they were like, let's just
can't-
make sure we know this is coke.
Shh, we can't tell the reasons why the one guy was arrested.
It almost
the other-
sounded like they were being asked to do the interview in English and they weren't really like clear. They're
Why
like,
so
"We speak
secretive, Dutch police? I don't get it. The Borselli beach gained some attention online, especially on Reddit. When the Reddit comments are the best because they're either someone who completely doesn't get the joke,
or someone who's so
Great
in on the
jokes.
joke, right?
all right, here's a quote. That's awful. What beach is it? Like, where exactly? One Redditor wants to know.
Like,
That's
what's the best road to take to get there, and what time of day should I be leaving? I'm just curious.
I'm just curious.
I just want to know.
Wanted to know. Another one added, just so I know which ones to avoid. Again,
There you go.
Exactly.
You want to know which beach to avoid, but you want to know exactly how to get there.
Another was less circumspect about it. Fuck, is it too late to book a flight to Dutchland?
See, that's the guy who I don't think is going to book the flight.
Dutchland?
It's not Dutchland.
Deutschland?
Deutschland is Germany.
I don't get it.
The Netherlands?
Is it
called Dutchland?
Is this guy messed up on cocaine?
On cocaine right now?
One speculated it's God giving back to us. Is it God?
So I think this is interesting because God as a drug dealer is kind of a cool image when you think about it.
So again, let me just reset this right now. So one person on Reddit felt like the 30 cocaine packet, the 300 cocaine packets that washed up on the Dutch shore was just God giving back to them.
Right. And I think God as a drug dealer is an interesting image, right? God down in Colombia, owns a soccer team, only travels by helicopter.
It's very
in
God.
the shape of a cloud.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of people always surrounding him, sycophants.
Some hangers on. He always wears sandals everywhere he goes.
Could smite you really quickly if you piss him off.
You got to compliment him all the time. Tell him why he's so great. He's the only one.
God is a drug dealer.
He lets his son Jesus or Jesus run the nightclubs. I don't know. There you go.
This to me makes a lot of sense. Every time he's high, he's like, the Holy Spirit is in me. I mean, think about it. Another thought along the same lines. So you're
on Reddit.
You're telling me there is a God in heaven answering prayers? Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying. God is a coke dealer. Get to know him. Don't get on his bad side.
To me, the problem that these guys made from step one through this whole thing was not flipping the script and suddenly quickly saying, "Oh, thank God you guys are here.
Let's go.
Help us.
Let's figure this out."
When the cops show up and you're caught, now it's not about you getting your cocaine anymore. That's why drug dealers and cocaine hunters are the worst people in the world.
Fortune hunters?
Fortune hunters. They don't understand that at that point, as soon as the cops are there, the cocaine's gone. Cocaine moment is gone. That cocaine boat has sailed.
Right.
So now it's your job to get yourself out of trouble. So you have to look like we're angry citizens and we heard coke was washing up on our shores.
And I don't want people doing it.
And let's get it out of here. And if you need me to test it, I will to make sure that it's
for
cocaine.
the kids.
For the
All
children.
right, that's our first story. When we come back, oh my God, something happens in
the most violent Uber attack in the world.
And we get into it on the other side of the break. This is Sklarbro Country, the virus edition. Don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We want to remind people there are only a few tickets left already. Now we're 3 weeks out, almost
3 weeks this Saturday.
3 weeks tomorrow. Out from our show.
Live Dumb People Town on November 7th, right after the election. You're going to need it. Get your tickets now so at least you know you have that happening. You know you're going to have an hour and a half, 2 hours of just pure joy, laughter. The VIP tickets are already sold out. So there are some maybe 20 or 30 pre-show tickets left, but not much, guys. So get your tickets now. Eventbrite.com, Live Dumb People Town. John Hamm is the guest. He's a legend. He's in the Hall of Fame of Dumb People Town.
Mad Men's John Hamm.
Tennis, the band Tennis, they're incredible from Denver. They're going to do maybe they'll do a Carpenter song. We don't know. They're so good. Patrick and Elena, they're amazing. So get your tickets now. That's going to be incredible. And we'll see you then. In the meantime, we got this other story.
Also, hit us up on our Facebook page. We are at Sklar Brothers. Follow our Sklar Brothers.
Sklar Brothers on Facebook. And
follow that page because we're going to start putting cool content up there. And then the YouTube page. These are easy ways to follow us that
easy
are free
ways to
for
support
you
us.
and support what we do. All right. I was thinking about this. I heard this story ran, and I honestly can't tell you the last time I was in an Uber.
We used to take Lyft and Uber all the time.
Sometimes at the airports.
Yep.
We were in other cities doing stand-up.
Of course.
We were taking
It was
here
the
and
easiest
there.
route.
It felt like the safest thing. At the time, it felt pretty safe, but then when you look back on it, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah,
now it feels like the least safe thing you can do.
Now it feels like having sex with a Thai hooker without a condom.
Or dating Chris Brown.
Or going to the Sturgis Festival.
Or joining the Nexium cult.
Or opening a movie theater in August 2020.
Or touring with Smash Mouth. All right, that's what it feels like to get into an Uber.
But people are doing it.
Uber today.
People are doing it.
We got a story. Well, it might be a follow-up to a story we did before because it sounds familiar to another story, but I think this
feels
might
like
be a story.
we maybe did it here on DPT, but let's get into it right now.
Okay. It's relevant here because it's interesting to think about what's happened to the ride-sharing
since
industry
the pandemic. Yeah.
The only thing that's worse than what happened in this news article is the fact that the New York Post is the one that we're reading the story
It's going to
from.
suck. There's going to be some bad
That
stuff.
paper, aside from getting bought off by Steve Bannon and trying to place anti-Biden Biden stories, created by Steve Bannon in its paper and just acquiescing to that bullshit. It's the worst newspaper on earth. Let's just say that.
Ever.
And they try to be cute when they shouldn't. Yeah. They never miss a chance for a dumb, stupid pun. It's filled with terrible writing. It's
like
the New York Post.
Like in this story.
Yeah, like in the story. The driver wasn't the only one hitting the gas. Fuck you, New York Post.
Stop it.
You're
Stop
the worst.
Stop it. You're bad.
A UK man has been charged with assault after allegedly farting in an Uber and attacking the driver for protesting.
Jeez.
What was he charged with? Assault with a silent but deadly weapon?
Help!
Bioterrorism?
Torture.
Criminal mischief? This feels the most like criminal mischief.
This, if anything was or should be criminal mischief, it's this.
It should be a felony what this guy did. And by the way, I hate whoever wrote this article in the New York Post more than I hate the farter.
Yeah. You stunk up the journalism.
He behaved in an unattractive manner that night, defense lawyer Anthony Bignall told the Bristol Crown Court about his client's behavior.
I like Bignalls and I cannot lie.
Unattractive being the nicest way to say ugly, right? I mean, that's the nice way to say ugly. That's like calling Hitler a little prejudiced.
Or Trump slightly self-centered.
The odiferous incident, don't try to sound like you're a better writer than you are.
New York Post, you are garbage. You're an odiferous incident.
Reportedly occurred last year when Kingswood's James Mallet, 35, I think we did cover this last year, let it rip in the back of the ride on the way to a local nightclub with 3 other people.
To me, that, like, if you're with this guy, you're
Let's call those people his former friends.
That's right.
That's what they are. There's no way they're still friends.
You're not sticking by this guy.
Because, not just because... Not that it's an unfunny thing to do to fart in a car. It can
funny.
be funny.
It can be hilarious.
But this guy thinks this is the funniest thing in the world.
And it's not unfunny, but
it's never as funny as the guy who farts thinks it is.
Right.
And because he'll keep bringing up, remember what I did?
Just
How
like,
funny was that?
Yeah,
we were there. It was
great.
Annoying. It was kind of funny. But then we had to sit in it. This is the final straw for the Uber driver named Alexander Bonchev, who had allegedly suffered abuse at the hands of the other passengers, according to this testimony.
Yeah.
Is this payback for all those Uber drivers attacking those women and attacking people?
It's
Maybe
gonna
it is.
come back and swing back around.
This is like when teenagers go out to lunch and harass the waiter.
Yep.
Well, these idiots are so dumb. They're so dumb. Just like the teenagers that harass the waiters. You guys are harassing Uber drivers. In a year or two, you're going to be driving for Uber.
That's right.
It's going to come back and get you.
It's going to haunt you.
Prosecutor James Scutt.
I say shoot.
Said Bonchev told Mallet to leave the vehicle, whereupon the fraudulent fare offered to fight the driver and struck him in the head.
Drunk people, man. Drunk people are the worst. Drunk people are like terrible, angry dogs.
So
you can't control them and you're going to get bit.
They're like rabid dogs. So obviously they're drunk. No one's going to challenge to fight an Uber driver unless they're completely wasted. I think what you do is you take them to a dangerous part of town. Then you let them out. You say thank you very much. You're really nice about it, and then you leave.
That's right.
You don't make it clear.
You say it's right here. It's right over there
around the corner. I got to park it here. It's right around the corner.
Yep, I'm gonna drop you off here, and then you drive away.
Because they were probably so drunk they wouldn't realize.
That's
where he
right.
was saying. Instead, he got mad. He tried to mix it up with drunk. You don't mess with drunk people.
That's right.
You just try to.
You're Russian, dude. It's like literally poking a Russian bear.
Right? So don't mess with drunk people. You just outsmart them. It's way easier.
So what did Bonchev do?
He reportedly responded in defense by punching Mallet in the face and knocking him to the ground.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You got
It's
one
probably
in.
not going to get you 5 stars, but
No,
bravo.
but he's going to see stars.
He deserved it. At that point, a young lady who was with Mallet reportedly persuaded him to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Take your
jacked in
mallet
the
and go
face.
home.
Police encountered the unruly passenger a little while later, sporting a cut on his bottom lip, according to Shute, who added that he was plainly intoxicated.
Yeah, not extraordinarily drunk.
Just plainly
Just
intoxicated.
plainly intoxicated.
Your average run-of-the-mill future alcoholic on a bender drunk.
Yeah, I've ruined all my relationships, and I don't have a relationship even with my own children drunk.
But not the fantastical hitting rock bottom. This is my story that
Plainly
I tell.
drunk.
AA drunk. This
Plainly
is just
drunk.
plain drunk. All right. Scutt told the court that Mallet was abusive to police, which, as we all know, cops love that.
They love it. Just go and abuse them.
Nonetheless, Bignall said his client has been described as polite, helpful, well-behaved, and a courteous man.
By whom?
Yeah.
Where?
When did that?
Like, you can't
that's
just
not
say,
adding up to any other part of this story.
You can't just say he's been described as that. Who's the narrator in that situation? Did he describe himself that way?
Fortunately, the Gassinger just shut up. New York Post
You deserve to be punched
admitted
in the
to
face.
assault, occasioning actual harm on November 30th, which landed him a 6-month jail term.
Ooh, I like this.
$650 fine.
Fart all you want in jail.
120 hours of community service. His jail sentence has been suspended for 18 months. Okay, so he hasn't gone to jail yet, but
should
I
go.
think they should terrorize him. They should call him every week and be like, hey, man,
This might be the week. This is it.
I get your stuff in order, get your life in
Pack
order.
a
'cause you
bag,
might be-
dummy.
Just mess with them forever. The ordeal has proven worse for Bonchev.
Of course.
According to the recorder, Alexia Power, who said that the driver was unable to work due to a broken finger sustained during the fight.
Wait, what? Broken finger means you can't. Is he driving a stick shift with that finger?
Was it his signaling finger?
No.
His climate control pinky?
Wait, you can do it without a broken finger.
fingers shouldn't keep you from driving. Like
Maybe
Ronnie
a week.
Lott played a football game without half his finger that
Come
he started
on.
that game with. He finished the game. Without it, I guess he can't be expected to drive.
Yeah.
this
So
finger.
as a result, what happened?
He lost his job at Uber, his vehicle, his house, and
What?
has since returned to his home country of Bulgaria.
Wait, hang on a second. That took a weird turn.
Wow,
That
that
that's
took a
just
turn.
a lot.
Maybe
I mean,
bandage up the finger and play through the pain,
yeah,
bro.
drive it off, as they say.
By
No
the way-
one's going to be mad if you have a broken finger and you're driving Uber. That's not going to.
So was he trying to, and this is what I think
I think he was trying to make it so bad that the guy goes to jail. For
right.
even
He was
longer.
trying to get the case against him, but it didn't.
amp up the charges.
This isn't the first time someone's raised a stink over flatulence.
Oh
Shut
my God, New York Post.
up, New York Post.
Oh my God.
You're a horrible place. In August, a Florida woman, this story we covered, was arrested after assaulting her father because he farted too much in their house.
Yeah.
Maybe don't live with your dad.
Yeah.
You idiot.
That's
That's what dads do.
Yeah,
It's one of the only ways
one of the only joys of being a dad.
we can release the toxicity that's put inside of us by
Let
our
it
children.
come out.
This is why, okay, this is going to be a radical thing. I'm putting this out there. This is why dads need across the country. This will save marriages. This will save relationships, especially in the pandemic. Dads need tricked out outhouses.
Yeah, it's not a she shed, it's a he shed. You
It's
get it
not
out
even a
there.
shed. It's just an outhouse.
Just an
all right?
outhouse.
Tricked out away. It's basically like a amped up version of a porta potty.
That's
but
right.
It's a little bigger. It's secure in the ground.
Flat screen TV.
Flat screen TV out there, charging stations for all your phones and your
Maybe
devices.
soundproof so all the sound just goes down into one spot.
Well, farting pillows,
Shaving sinks, bidets, just clean it up.
windows for ventilation. You don't even need toilet paper.
Nope.
This is so much more vital than a man cave.
Yeah. Tricked out.
Outhouses for dads.
This could save marriages. This could avoid conflicts between fathers and kids.
We need to start this business right now. I looked online and it doesn't exist yet. Let's do it.
tricked out houses. There you go.
Tricked outhouses.
Tricked out houses. There you go. That is a show, guys. That's how we do. You're heading into the weekend. Please have a good weekend. Vote if you haven't voted yet. Make a plan to vote.
Don't let anyone knock you off that plan. This is our time. This is our time to send a message that the crooked nonsense will not be tolerated. You might try to cheat, but the overwhelm will be so big that you can't cheat this one.
Stay protected. Stay connected. Don't get infected. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes.
Wear a mask, everybody, and get out and vote. We'll see you on Monday.
Vote.
La ti da, la ti da ti da ti da, la ti da.